Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This show's Key Talk. Check it out. If you listen to my voice right now, make sure you hit that like button for me anyway. So everybody knows that the trial, the official trial of Diddy and Cassie has taken place today. Well, it is taking place today, and it does look like Cassie just got on the stand. But before Cassie got on the stand, escort, there used to be an escort at the freak offs, actually came out and said something that got a lot of people scratching their head. He actually came out and admitted that Cassie is the one that told him to pee on her, right? Previously, it was thought that Diddy made it happen and forced it to happen. But the escort did say, no, Cassie's the one that told me to do it. Now, people don't know if Diddy told Cassie to tell him to do it, but the escort didn't say that Diddy told him to do it and then Cassie was resisting it, right? I'm going to read that. And then, of course, I'm gonna read y'all some of the notes. Well, not the notes, but also the actual word for word on the stand that Cassie actually, what she was saying to the attorneys, right? Anyway, so up first, it says one of the willful male escorts at the freak offs says Cassie ordered him to piss on her. People was under the assumption that it was Diddy idea until the escort admitted Cassie wanted and even showed him how to do it. So the escort came out and said, Cassie was actually the one that asked me to urinate on her. She asked me if I had ever done that before. She told me to do it. Apparently, I was doing it wrong because they both told me. So it does look like once he did it or whatever, Diddy and Cassie told him, nah, you doing it wrong. So obviously they all wanted to do it at that time, right? And with that being said, y'all did have a difference of opinions with inside the comment section. I want to read y'all some of that. The first comment says, nasty, sum up it. And then, of course, a lot of laughing emojis. Cassie, real nice. I know her new dude don't want her to hear nothing about she don't do in a bit. Yeah. Nah, I would imagine he do want to hear this. That's why he's actually at the trial and stuff as well. Continuing, it says, I knew it wasn't just a Diddy fault. This case is taking longer than GTA. I mean, the case kind of just started, though. Ping on her. Oh, they freaky. So, Jesus, the fucking Chrysler. So, like I say, a lot of people's having different opinions. Of course, within the media, Diddy has just been getting completely bashed, which he did do stuff that he definitely should be bashed for, especially like the beatings, the stomping on the head, the dragging into the elevators. Of course, now, when it comes to this other stuff, it is shaping up and looking like that Cassie played not only a role in it, but also found enjoyment in it as well. Now, I'm gonna read y'all something where she said she was down to do it, but Diddy just wanted to overdo it. Diddy did it way too much. Like Diddy was a super freaky man. You know what I'm talking about? So freaky man was cool, but super freaky man, no Sirski. She said Diddy just wanted to do it too much to the point to where it became a full-time job for Cassie. And she was like, I just, she didn't want to do all them things. She was down at first. But anyways, I'm gonna read you. So it says, and this is when Cassie took the stand. It says, I'll rise. And AUSA just means the attorney. I was the attorney that's asking Cassie the question. So when I say attorney, that's what I'm talking about, right? So it says attorney. The government calls Cassandra Ventura. So she gets on the stand. She takes a stand extremely pregnant. Attorney says, how old are you? Cassie responds, 38. Attorney says, what is your work? She says, musician and entertainer. And the attorney says, how long were you with Sean? And she says, 10 years. Now, he then says, how did you feel when he first asked for it? And obviously, when the attorney says, how did you feel when he first asked for it? He's talking about the freak offs, right? She said, confused, nervous. I wanted to make him happy. Did you agree to one when he first proposed one? And she says, yes. So she did agree to it. Then there were more, right? So she's like, yeah, I agreed to one, but then there were more. And then she said, it wasn't something I wanted to do, at least not that frequently. So she's not saying that she didn't want to do it. She's just saying that she didn't want to do it all the time. She said, it wasn't something I wanted to do, at least not that frequently, which means Diddy was just going overboard. And I read something earlier off camera where it was like, what's the longest that it actually went? She was like, a 4-day freak off. What? And blue hell is going on. Buddy wanted a 4-day freak off. And then she said, because after the freak off, you got to rejuvenate. Imagine doing a freak off so long and so just hard and intense that you have to inject yourself with all these fluids and stuff to re-energize your body. This is like running a marathon, right? It's too extreme. That's why they said that he did have a person that supplied him with any drugs or whatever that he actually wanted. Anyway, so it continues. The attorney says, let me show you a video. And obviously it was the LA hotel lobby video. And he says, where is this at? In which Cassie said, the Intercontinental in Los Angeles. It was after a freak off. So after a freak off is where that happened. The attorney says, what does that entail? Cassie said, the hiring of an escort, setting it up. And then he responds, he said, did you get in arguments? She said, yes, it will result in violence, dragging. In which the attorney says, who else did he do? What else did he do? In which Cassie says, stomp me in the head if I was down. Dang. And then the attorney says, how frequently was he violent? And she responded, too frequently. I would get black eyes and bruises. So definitely that's the part where Diddy is 100% liable, 100%. And also the beatings and the bruises and the kickings and the stompings actually does lead to a person to be in such amount of fear that they don't want to fight back. She probably maybe started out wanting to do the freak offs, but then when it became so intense and you couple that with the violence, she probably just didn't want to be like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. Or maybe she did and she got beat. Who knows? Anyway, so Cassie said, I didn't know what no could turn into. See what I'm saying? The beatings and stuff. So the beating is gonna the beatings that she got involved in is going to like overpower the fact that she agreed to do it at first within the court eyes, I believe, and within the hearts of the people that's actually on the jury. The attorney says, what do you mean? She says, making him angry. What were you afraid would happen if you said no? Though time he had blackmail materials. And then the attorney says, what did you give the government? Cassie says, laptop. So now it shows that she was being blackmailed. And obviously not just her being blackmailed. I'm sure there's other celebrities that Diddy had blackmailed as well. And that's why Diddy was such like a feared figure within Hollywood pretty much. And also, you remember when Diddy's house got raided and the feds and then ran inside of his house and took a whole lot of stuff? They probably took laptops, got all type of stuff, but Cassie herself had laptops that she actually turned over to them. So they will be watching the freak out tapes inside of the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. Obviously, I don't think those tapes would ever actually get out. If they did get out, they end up on Reddit or something like that. But they will be watching the freak out tapes in there. Now, I don't know if Cassie's husband want to be there for the freak out tapes unless he just, I don't know. Anyways, so we're going to take it to the comment section. The first comment says he cooked, and they talking about Diddy. Free P as in P-P-E-E. Diddy, just make a video. I ain't reading all that. I got you, fam. We're making a video right now. So why sue him if you agree to it? Free that man. Case closed. So, okay, let's just read a couple more. Case dismissed. Next, pay him back. Free this man. Shake my head. Ladies, don't let a man talk you into doing something you don't want to do. Actually, they wouldn't do it for you. If you're nervous and uncomfortable, just say no. Give the devil an inch and he'll take a mile. So it's very important what she said. She said, give the devil an inch, which was whenever Cassie initially agreed, like, yes, let's do it. And then he'll take a mile. Diddy definitely took a mile. I think one thing that we can admit, and we just look at it from the information that we have so far. Yes, Cassie agreed to do it initially, but Diddy wanted to just overdo it. It's just kind of like how they say anything can be harmful if it's just overdone. So it becomes a point to where you do something so much that it becomes abuse to your body, abuse to yourself, and just abuse, period. So, with that being said, Diddy, he's definitely going to be found guilty for something. Now, I don't know what or how long he'll get, but he's going to be found guilty for something based off hearing this little bit. Actually, you know what? I don't know. We have to just see the lawyers and his defense and stuff. Like he got Brian Steele. He got a lot of high, powerful lawyers and attorneys and stuff like that. So I can't just say he's going to be found guilty. I don't know. I'm just here to report the news on whatever happens. If this happens, that happened. I'm talking about, and I will let y'all know everything that actually goes down. But anyways, if you have not hit that like button for me, I need you to hit that like button. It keeps me motivated to drop even more videos for y'all, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Anyways, let me know some. Coming down below, let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.